Okay, good morning to everybody. I'm John Hannon, founding director of the Brooke T. Smith Launchpad, and I'd like to welcome everybody here today. My remarks are going to be rather brief, at least at this point, but we want to thank everybody who's been involved in the planning and what will be the execution of today's event. This is, I think, our 10th symposium here at the Launchpad. We have two more coming up, sports entrepreneurship in October, prior to the SMU game, and then private capital allocators, which would be venture capital, private equity, corporate venture capital, angel investors, and so forth, November 7th, prior to the Florida State game. So if you have any interest in either of those, chat with me over the course of the day. So we're just starting with that thank you, but we can go to the next slide. And the Launchpad and myself are housed in the president's office. And it's somewhat unusual. I worked at Purdue for a while. We're talking with David about Purdue, but we report directly into the president's office. I taught out of the College of Business for 8 years and then was pulled into the president's office. And this is Jim Clements in the very center. And a lot of times people put up a headshot of a noteworthy person or a celebrity, and he's of course a celebrity here. But I took this picture secretly at the women's softball game when I was there, and I observed Jim getting out of his seat with his daughter Grace and walking up the stairs and walking to the end of the line. And I think this is indicative of the human being that he is. He walked to the end of the line and got in line with everybody else. And he doesn't own this place, but he's kind of the king, and he could have had people deliver food to his seat. He could have went to the side window and got some special arrangement. But to me, this is exemplifies, who he is as a leader. And so just chugged along like the rest of any of us would do. So also I work directly for, and his picture is over here, Max Allen, Executive Vice President and Chief of Staff. And Max is Jim's right-hand person in support for everything that goes on here at Clemson. So I also want to thank, this is our thank yous. The next, there we go. This is our staff. Maggie, you've seen up front, and she's so gracious. And so if you hear me yell out at any point over the course of the day, Maggie to the rescue, that means she's solved some problem that we've had. It's quite likely to happen. And so Maggie's here. Michelle and Susan are actually over. If you're on campus today, well, you're supposed to be here, but if you have a spouse or friend that's on campus over the course of the day, we have a student vendor marketplace going on. We have about 25 student vendors that are selling all kinds of things, crafts and all their, different things over at the amphitheater in front of the library. So we bring that to your attention. Liam is taking pictures. Where's Liam? There he is. So he'll be the one with the camera in your face at various points. We're also going to try to capture a few spontaneous interviews too here today. So we'll ask you about that. And Kimberly is our point person for this event. You've seen her on the calls and heard her. So any of us are here to help you. We also have several interns. Patty's over here. Gianna's over there. Molly is part of the rescue team, and she's helping out too. But that being said, I next want to acknowledge and congratulate and thank our two symposium chairs that have been shepherding us through this for a couple of iterations, Manning and Ivy Hall, Manning Hanser. And Manning actually said he came to a different event that we had, an inferior event, I might add, life sciences. And he said, we got to do this for medical devices. And I said, we'll help, but you be the leader. And Ivy and him have done a remarkable job. So I'll close in saying that I communicate with the president after all of these events. And my theme that has emerged is we do these things on faith and with work, but also the Clemson family. So all of you here make this all possible. I mean, we do our part, but we're so grateful to all of you. So that being said, turning it over to Manning.
Hello, everybody. Manning Hanser. I want to say co-founder of this event, but I'd love to say that. Ivy, why don't you come up? So Ivy and I decided to start this medical device symposium because when we were with the life sciences, it was more about pharmacology. and we were giving our little tidbits on medical devices. But then after that symposium 2 years ago, a lot of the students were coming up to Ivy and I and said, well, you guys are the guys we want to talk to because you guys are the medical device guys. Then I went to Martin Levins and Dr. Hannon said, we probably need to do our own only medical device because it seems there's a lot of students in the biomedical engineering. There's a lot of sales folks that want to learn about medical device sales. There's a lot of finance and marketing people that want to learn about how they can go into medical device. So Ivy and I discussed it with Dr. Hannon, and this is where we are today, and it's evolving, and we appreciate you guys being here. So just a few housekeeping things. You're going to see a lot of different presentations here. Once the panels are done, you're feel free to engage those folks. That's why we are here. We are here to help you guys and see if we can help and shepherd you guys in the right direction that you need to go. So, Ivy, do you want to say anything before?
Oh, I mean, so first of all, thanks for showing up. I think that's the first step in the journey. So getting here on a Friday morning, we greatly appreciate it. But our goal is that you leave here today learning something. You can make a decision that maybe you weren't able to make a decision on before today. And we're just here to help you on your journey and help you, whether you're starting a company or you're in a company or you're doing projects. We tried to put together an agenda and a panel and a faculty that'll help you do that. So, and the other thing of that is we're not done. This isn't a culminary event. I mean, we're going to do this again as long as Dr. Hannon will let us do it. So we want to learn from you how we can continue to make this better, how we can continue to answer questions you may have. So as the day goes on, please let us know. And we will continue to make this the program that's going to benefit you as much as possible. So without any further ado, we'll go ahead and
give me one more. Sorry. So sorry, one last thing, guys. We lost someone last year, and I'd like to have just a moment of silence because he was so instrumental when we first founded this medical device symposium. That was Martin Levins. I am not a religious guy, so I just like to say, let's think about Martin for about a few seconds, if everyone could just bow their heads. And let's contribute this day to him. Thank you. And without further ado, let's kick this off.